Hey, everybody. Welcome in to Right About Now. Jason Suel joining you as always, and joined this week our returning co-host on the show, Marci Michaels. Once again,
Hi.
welcome back. You've
Thank
been on and
you.
off the last couple of
I know, and I
weeks.
don't love that at
I know. We
all.
love the consistency.
And I miss like the gossiping and the all of that. And
Yeah.
now I feel like I have to stop and remember what's the last thing you and I
What
like
is it
where are
even
you in
talked
life?
about?
Yeah.
That's true. Well, since I've seen you last, school has started.
School has started. Big
So
deal. Big
for your kids too,
deal.
right?
Yeah.
They're in Fayetteville schools
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how's it going so far? Couple days in. Are we still surviving?
It was kind of funny because on Monday, which was their last day of summer, you've heard of the blue slide, right?
Oh, yeah, the blue slide. We've talked about that because I've done
We
the blue
did.
slide. So
Yes.
for
Okay.
you at home, it's just over the border in Missouri, and
Yeah.
this blue slide that occupies this person's backyard.
Yes, pretty much.
And you just get a little, I don't know, scooting
Looks like a yoga mat.
apparatus
Yeah.
and slide down.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, even the
Big water
parents just
slide.
sit on the side and watch. It's actually kind of genius. But we ended up doing that on Monday. So one last big hurrah for the kids. And it was great. I mean, it is a hike up
It
there.
is a hike.
It's a bit of a hike. It's windy. And then, of course, we stopped and got ice cream cones. And Jackson, his big thing is like every year he moves up. So this was the 4th year. So he got level 4, which he counted was 16 swirls.
There are levels at this place?
Well, it's like,
or is this self-imposed
it's
levels?
like no, because if there's a sign and it
Okay.
tells you like the baby cone, I think it's like small, medium, large, extra large. It's technically medium, but it was bigger than his, like taller than his head. Because he held it like that.
We went so long ago, and the adults did it too. Like, I did it. I
Yeah.
didn't sit on the side. I got
Oh
involved.
yeah, I'm sure you did. That
And
sounds like
I guess I was like adult old man level.
you. Adult, wait, in the ice cream cone?
No,
Oh no, I'm talking about ice cream cones.
you're just talking about ice
I'm
cream
just talking about
cones?
ice cream
I thought
cones.
you were talking about sliding down.
No.
I was like,
oh no,
how-
there's only
what?
one. There's
Okay.
yeah.
One size fits all.
One size fits all, or doesn't, I guess it
Yeah,
depends.
true.
But do you see this picture on
Oh
like, on
my
the screen?
geesh.
So he was very proud of this cone. And the thing is, like, I needed to get home because I had
What level of cone is that again?
I think it's technically medium, but he counted the swirls and said there were 16.
Okay.
But he's been dreaming of this for a year because next year he'll move up to the 5th level
Did he eat it
of
all?
ice cream cone. So, well, I made them take it in the car, which I knew better, but I had to go. I was not going to
We got to
sit
get
and
out of
wait.
here.
Yes. And so I got him in the back seat and I said, you hold your cone, I'll buckle you so you can
Oh,
just focus.
this is a
So I
disaster.
buckled him and then he moved his hand back in front of his lap and it toppled over.
Yeah. Immediately.
Into his lap.
Immediately.
Luckily, I foresaw that happening and I got a cup, like an
Okay.
empty cup, and I scooped it right out of his lap and gave him a spoon. And
Yeah,
we were
you
fine.
just eat it.
Yeah, it's
Little-
like we
little-
got the experience.
Yeah,
Just
nice.
Now eat it, yeah. So, and he ate every last bit.
Really?
Of that ice
I don't think
cream.
I could eat a whole. I mean,
couldn't eat the baby one.
at that age, I probably could.
Oh
At
my
this age,
gosh.
I'm like, we went to a frozen custard place the other day, and none of us could finish our custards, and we only got smalls.
Oh my gosh.
We were like, man,
Sign of
so now-
being old.
I guess so. We biked over there, which we felt good about because we were like, we're
Yes.
biking to this place. We deserve some custard. And then
Yes.
it came out and I'm like,
We found it.
we got to bike home still. I don't want all of this custard right now. So it was kind of a bust of a trip.
They need like minis or
Yeah.
like for people who are just making a quick stop for a cool down,
Right.
something like
Exactly. Yes.
that. Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of news and kind of entertainment headlines to get to
Mm-hmm.
today. A couple that I've picked out right now for us to go to, I think would be fun to talk about. Where's my list?
All the different stories. Well, the
All
big
the ones that we've been talking about. The big one is Taylor Swift that we
Yeah.
absolutely have to talk
yes,
about.
I've got mixed feelings.
Okay, and then we've got some comedy with Kevin Hart, and his name is spelled wrong on here. Amazing. It's Hart. Thank you very much. But we're going to talk about those that I think would be fun. And let's kick it off with Taylor.
Okay.
We got to, so obviously the big announcement came. There was a bit of a teaser about this, right, Marci?
Yeah.
Because she teased that she was going to reveal everything on her boyfriend Travis Kelce's New
Yes.
Heights podcast.
Yes.
And then the moment came in, she did reveal a lot of information.
Now, please tell me, this was live, right? Because there were watch parties
Oh
everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
because they had released a little bit of a clip of it on social media the
Yes,
day before.
and it was like blurred out.
Yeah, but she did say the name of, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly, maybe she just said, "I'm going to release my new album tomorrow."
I think she said the name.
Yeah, she may have said the name and more
Yeah.
details to come. And
Yeah.
so then everybody tuned in to watch his podcast the next day. Huge announcement. The name of the album came out, and then since then, as early as yesterday, I think, the album cover or covers, various
Yes.
versions, and the photo shoots and
Yes.
the title tracks and everything of the track titles.
Right.
All of that stuff was revealed as well.
They
so,
had like a 2-hour podcast.
Oh,
and they
man.
talked about everything related to it and then
yes,
some.
the life of a showgirl, I guess, is where
Yes.
we're going, right?
Okay.
So, your thoughts? You said you have thoughts.
You go first. Your thoughts first.
My thoughts. I love Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I would call myself a Swiftie,
Really?
although I'm not as crazed about it as some fans are. I
Okay.
enjoy her music. I listen to it when it comes out. No doubt I'm going to be popping this album. That's just kind of our whole family vibe. It's not
Yeah.
just me. It's our whole
Oh,
group.
really? You guys are all into
All in. We're all in.
Okay.
Folklore and Evermore, those two albums did it for me because I was like, man, she has depth and she's a songwriter and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
However, her last album I thought it was great.
Which was
The Tortured Poets Department.
yeah.
Okay. But it was so dense. Well, maybe that's not the right word. So many songs. She had
Okay.
like 30 songs on there.
Okay, that's a lot.
And my thought was, if we can keep this down to like 10 to 12 songs,
Yeah.
great. I would have been into it. And so I actually went out and made a playlist of like 10 to 12 songs that I thought
That
were
you
that I
liked
liked on
from
that
there?
album that I
Oh,
listened
okay.
to regularly,
Okay.
right? Because I was like, I'm going to take your crazy amount of songs and I'm
Yeah.
going to boil it down to something I can do, right? So that was my initial criticism of that album. It was just too long. There was too much going on. Now she's come out with this, and I'm sure she's going to have a deluxe version and whatever. But this
she said no.
album, she did?
She
Okay.
said there's nothing else coming. Because
12.
I think people are questioning, 13.
Right.
She's gonna
Right.
have
Because
a-
that's her magic number or
Yeah.
something.
And I think she said no, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? So she's got 12. My criticism now is I would have liked, again, no doubt, I'm going to be banging this album, but at least a 2-year gap between albums would have been nice.
Okay, yes.
You know, I
yes.
think, I can't remember where we are when the last one came out, but it seems like it's been
Oh.
about a year and a half.
Okay, yeah.
Not quite long enough for me to have digested and kind of let go and let her
Yes.
not occupy any of my brain space or my social media, being flooded with all the things and sort of being oversaturated with T Swift stuff.
Yes. Okay. Well, that you basically took the words out of my mouth. But
Yeah.
what's the name of that album?
The Tortured
The Torture. I'm like
Tortured
Dead
Poets.
Po-
Dead Poets
Dead
Society.
Poets.
Can't wait to hear Robin Williams
Yeah.
back from the grave.
Right.
That'd be amazing. Actually.
Released April 19, 2024.
Okay, so it was in the
So you're
spring of
right.
2024. So right, it's like not even a year and a half yet.
Yeah. And so, okay. So that's your thoughts?
Yeah, those are my thoughts on
Okay,
it.
those are good thoughts.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys were Swifties.
Yeah,
So I
we
feel
love it.
bad about what I'm about to say.
No, say it.
But I do consider this podcast a safe place to go with my true
Yeah, your
thoughts
truth. You gotta.
and feelings.
Yes,
So
please.
I will admit, because can tell you the first time I heard a Taylor Swift song was in the bathroom of the radio station building I worked in at the time.
Okay.
The country music station was piping through their music on, into the speakers
Sure,
in the
yeah,
building.
of course.
And I heard Tim McGraw, her song Tim McGraw.
Yes.
And I thought it was adorable.
Yeah.
So
Young.
she yes, adorable. She got so big so fast
Yeah.
and got annoying to always hear about over the last several years. But I do like her music. It's fun. It's good. Love to work out to it.
Yeah.
Some of it's really good writing. Some of it's just fun.
Yeah.
So I respect her as a musician, as an artist. I am tired of hearing about her.
I
And
think there's a lot of people who
that's-
have that same
That is,
sentiment.
you said it. We
Yeah.
just needed a longer break. And it seems like we didn't get a break because she's got her music and then everything, when it's not her music, it's about the Travis.
It's about the tour or it's about Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
and so she's always in the
never
headlines.
out of the news. So
Just
it's
give us a
like-
breath. I feel like we kind of had, it's been the off season And there's been maybe like 3 months here where we haven't heard about, oh, Taylor Swift is going to a Kansas City Chiefs game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or what is she wearing to the Chiefs game?
Yeah.
Or she was spotted out in public. We've had a little bit of a moment.
Yeah.
And I honestly, absence makes the heart grow fonder,
It
right? As they say.
does.
So give us a break. I feel like, although again, I'll be listening to it. I love the way, her the vibe of this, or whatever you want to call it, the
Yeah.
photo shoot, but give me a break.
Good for her.
Right.
I do want to ask her, if I could ask her one question, I would be like, aren't you exhausted?
Right.
Don't you want to take a break? And doesn't it take away from the excitement that you could have had you waited and
Yes.
given it a beat?
Let me ask this question, because this is a debate we have ongoing in my family right now at the
Okay.
moment, talking about Taylor Swift. So the question is, a lot of her albums, songs, not albums, but songs, have been sort of about loss of love or not having love, or you gotta hate Jake Gyllenhaal and you gotta hate on John Mayer because they broke my heart,
Yeah.
even though she also says she's the problem.
Yeah.
Right? So it's all about kind of like love and loss and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
She's happy now,
Yeah.
and she has a boyfriend and
Yeah.
a steady love in her life, a love interest.
Yeah.
How does that change her songwriting?
Yeah.
Is it going to become less, sad, moody,
angry,
angry, vindictive?
Yeah, vindictive.
all of those things.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
You would think that it would.
And it's a good time for it because we have enough of that, Taylor.
Right.
So now it's time to see this other side of her, but is she going to be as
And will that
interesting?
be as appealing?
Yeah,
Right? She's not
exactly.
talking about all the liars and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world.
Yeah.
How does she... So it'll be a test maybe to her songwriting abilities.
But this could work in her advantage. She might be able to get into the emotions of people who are happily whatever.
I know.
Like, oh, those songs were fun, but I didn't relate to them because I'm married, and happy, whatever.
Exactly.
Well, now she's going to sing to all of us. Like, we'll start hearing her songs as first dances.
Right.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, that's not typically what we've known
What
her
we-
for.
Exactly.
And now this also tells me this is probably why Travis hasn't proposed yet, is because he knew this big thing was coming. So maybe that's the reason, because I'm sure we're all at this point thinking, now it's not going to happen now.
Proposal's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going into football season. It won't happen now.
Let me ask this about Travis Kelce. This is maybe a hot take. I don't think this is. He's probably the best tight end who's ever played in the NFL.
Really?
Yeah, but he's up there. But his best days are behind him, right? I mean, he's like older, and I don't feel like he made that much noise this past season. He caught a few touchdowns or whatever, but he wasn't having the same seasons that he'd had in the past.
How old is he?
Maybe he's in his 30s.
Okay.
And I think,
Okay.
and working in the NFL has a shelf life. So the reason
He's 35.
35.
Yeah.
See, so he can't be in the league that much longer.
Well, yes. And, that's another good point because, having kids. And
Right.
Neither one of she's 35 too. Neither one of them are all that young.
Right.
So that's a good point. Maybe this will be his last year.
Yeah.
He'll make an announcement at the end of the season and they'll go on their merry way.
Maybe. You never know. And it's kind of like, to me, if it goes down this path, it reminds me of the Harry Potter movies, those of us who kind of grew up, I mean, I was older than, but you watched those kids grow up, but also the books got more mature and the books were following chronologically as well, right?
Yeah.
So we saw them at different stages of their life. I think we're doing the same with her, where we've seen her go through heartache and also just having fun because, I'm feeling 22 but now she's 35. And so what does the next step in life look like? Then if you choose to have children, what does that step look like?
That's, and maybe they skip the marriage.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they just have a baby together. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't realize they were both 35.
Yeah.
So surely they're having those conversations.
They have
Maybe
to be.
that was part of her releasing this so quickly. Let me get one more tour in, you
Yeah.
get one more season in, and then let's go start our lives.
And then, yeah, maybe.
Like on a farm in someplace nobody can
Vermont,
find us.
right. Yeah, totally.
Yes. I think we just cracked the code.
That's it. That's it. We did it. If they would only listen to this CTV show.
We know. We know what you're up to.
I am excited to talk about Kevin Hart because he's got a new series.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There he is.
When I talked about that, sorry, I just butt in. It's kind of my job.
Yeah, it is. Totally. Shut me up.
It sounds so much like Last Comic Standing, which I loved. So
Yeah.
I hope that is what it is.
So explain it to us. He's got a new, it's coming to Netflix,
So
right?
it's Netflix, which I think he's got a big, long partnership with them anyways. But it's a stand-up comedy competition series. They're going to have judges panel, and I think he's going to be, I don't know if he's just hosting or if he's going to be part of the judges panel, but they're going to go through various challenges. So Last Comic Standing was 10 years ago or more. So I don't remember, but I mean, the same premise.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how it will be different, but I loved Last Comic Standing. We got Amy Schumer out of that show.
Yeah.
And a few other big ones. So yeah.
So he's a funny dude. I'm curious as to like the challenges.
Yeah.
Will it all be, because you got to have your own little twist on it, right? So is it all going to be just kind of performing? Because I get bored with that kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, can we have them performing while they're zip lining?
Yeah.
I don't know, some kind of Survivor style. They go off and they have to do jokes on an island to...
Yes, like spice things up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, some kind
like
of something.
While there are tarantulas coming at them. They have
Fear
to...
factor, you got to stick your hand into the tarantula jar and then also tell your jokes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that could be. Yes. That could be something. We have not seen that yet.
We haven't seen that yet. I know. And there's so many competition style shows out there. And Last Comic Standing is kind of the gold standard as far as comedy competition shows go, I suppose.
I don't even know why it was canceled, but we'll have to wait and see.
Keep our finger on the pulse of that. Tons of other things to keep our fingers on the pulse of, and we're going to talk about a lot of those when we come back, including Jason Momoa. A couple of things about him. He shaved for a new role. Did you know that? And he also had a near-death experience that he said was life-changing for him. So you got to stick with us. Marci's looking up all the details right now. Come back for more right about now. There is tons to get to, so we're coming back to some news right now about Jason Momoa, the actor. He's currently starring in the show Chief of War over on Apple TV+. I read a story about him that I wanted to bring up, and that is for the first time in I don't know how long, he has shaved for this role.
Like shaved
his beard.
Clean?
Yeah.
Okay, I have not seen that.
He's clean shaven for this one, which is interesting. He's had a beard ever since like Aquaman, I feel like. The first Aquaman, he grew his beard out and he's had it. So and then he posted a picture of himself on Instagram that got tons of reactions because it was him with a clean-shaven face. And people were like, what? What is that? Yeah, look him up.
I don't think I've ever seen him clean-shaven.
Yeah, he's like got a ball cap on. He's kind of looking down, and he doesn't have a beard.
Weird.
And that's what everybody's response was. Weird. Because I think as long as we've thought about him in the spotlight, it's been Jason Momoa with a big old beard on his face, you know?
Well, that's his thing. That's like the, who's the girl, Carrie, what's her name? Russell?
Sure.
With the curls that cut it.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah. No, he looks good.
Yeah.
Maybe I have seen this. Yeah.
Hold that up to the camera. Let's get hang on.
The...
Let's get a shot of that. Let me get your camera going.
Can you see that?
No, we're looking at Kevin Hart. Let me find the right button. There it is. Okay, there he is. Yes.
Okay. There. So the with and the without.
There it is. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Here he is, looking good. I mean,
dude.
He's a good-looking dude, so you kind of can't go wrong.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. So, and then you had some news to bring to us about him as well.
He was recently on a podcast talking about his near-death experience. What in the world. So, not sure when this happened, but he's a surfer.
Okay.
And he was out surfing at some point in Hawaii, about a mile offshore, and the leash to the surfboard that, keeps it attached to you
Yeah.
snapped and it just floated away. He said it was like super windy. There were a lot of waves. The board just went. He said he couldn't even see it anymore. Then he started taking waves, like big 10-foot waves were like hitting him on the head. And he said, like, as he's out there, his legs and his arms, they just got completely worn out. He couldn't like even use them at all. So he said, I was there for a while, and at one point he was just barely trying to get his lips out of the water to take a breath. He's like,
Wow.
I had already given up. I died. Essentially, I died. I was done. And then I guess another surfer managed to see him and rescued him, was able to come and grab him, and they paddled for miles. And he said his feet were covered in blood. I'm not sure how that happened. He said he was hanging on the side of a reef.
Oh, reef will cut your feet
Is that
up.
okay?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know when this happened, but I don't know if he grew up in Hawaii, but he spent a lot of time there. So I'd say he's a pretty experienced surfer.
Yeah, that's what his new show is all about. Sort of
okay.
Hawaii and natives that live on Hawaii.
Okay. So I think essentially he died as close to coming to death as you can.
Right.
And because of that, he stopped smoking.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he was like a 2 to 3 packs a week
Wow.
smoker, and he said I couldn't give it up for my kids, for my wife, for anybody, but that near-death experience, I couldn't go back to it after that.
That is fascinating. And I know that there's no details because I read that article too, and it didn't say when that happened, but
No.
still, the fact that he wouldn't give it up for all those other things, but you're faced with death, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to be there any faster,
Right.
so I'm going to kick this
I
habit.
know, that's all it takes. So good note when you're trying to get
Yeah.
your spouse to do something.
Yeah.
Just show them close to death.
Show 'em almost kill them, but don't.
Almost kill them.
And then they'll change their ways.
Don't. The key is don't.
Yes,
Just get
absolutely.
close enough.
We are not condoning murder.
Yes, we are not. That's a fact. But scare them a little, and that toilet seat's going to
It's going to come down. That's right. Yeah, somebody might do the dishes. Who knows?
Your house may be clean the
Yeah,
next day.
who knows? But I do think it's telling that to know that he smoked, because I had no idea. Because you look at Aquaman, I don't think he's ever maybe smoked on
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
So it's humanizing to think of
Mhm.
these Hollywood stars. Everybody has
Yeah.
vices.
Yeah.
Everybody has their thing that they do that we
Yes.
might not be so
You
public
wouldn't
facing.
know. Yeah, we think of them as their characters
Right.
more than anything, But
Yeah.
there's people that have surprised me that they smoke.
Yeah, me
And
too.
then I have a friend who, the moment I met her, I was like, "Oh, you're a smoker."
You're a smoker.
Yeah, and I had never seen her smoke.
Did she talk like this?
Not even. It was like something just telling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
it was the smell
it was
of cigarette smoke.
It was the smell.
Well, good for him. I'm glad, that he's going to be hopefully with us for several more years. At least he won't be going out because of,
Yeah.
the after effects of smoking. So,
Right.
okay, what else did we say? What we're going to pull up next? Oh, Pamela Anderson. Can we talk about this pickles real quick?
Yes, I am loving her more and more.
Yeah, I know. She's really having a resurfacing, resurgence, a
Yes.
rebirth. I don't know what you want to call it, but
As a totally different person.
yeah. And she, I think we talked before, maybe you and I did, or maybe it was with a different person who joined me on this show, but we talked about how she's dating Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Which is really cool to see that happening for both of them. And so now she's selling pickles with all
She is.
proceeds going towards the California wildfires.
So did you? Oh, I didn't notice that part.
Yeah.
Did you watch her in any of her interviews as she was promoting
Showgirl?
the Naked Gun?
Or the Naked Gun?
Yeah.
I don't know that I listened to the words. I
Okay.
saw them.
Okay.
I visually saw her.
Okay, I saw her a couple of times, and there were moments when she would go into the fact that she loves to cook.
Okay.
That's another one of those things that, I don't know, because of assumptions.
Again, you don't know your celebrities.
Because of assumptions, you just think, oh, you cook? I wouldn't have guessed that. No, she loves to cook. She went in depth about canning in one of her interviews, and I was like, wow. And she went on and on about how she, this is like her happy place to be out in her garden and to be cooking, and would have never known that she has that side to her. So this makes sense that she's launching these artisanal pickles. And so, yeah, even better that it's going to support the California Wildlife
It is.
Center. It's about $38 per jar.
That's right, yeah. Looking at the Pamela Anderson spicy rose dill pickles right here. on the screen. I don't know if she has any other flavors yet, but that one looks delicious. You can buy it now for $38. We'll see what happens when I click on this thing. Oh, it takes me to Pamela's Pickles. Of course. Makes sense.
I love that she has just reinvented herself.
Yes.
And we're all embracing it, I think.
And I also really admire the fact that she knows how to do these things. I have to tell you, back during the pandemic, I got on a kick where I was like, I'm going to make sauerkraut.
So random.
It is random, but I looked up, like, what's the easiest sort of pickled thing that you can do?
Yeah.
And several websites said it's really easy to make sauerkraut.
Okay.
All you need to do is basically cut up some cabbage and leave it in a jar.
Oh, okay. And what do you eat it on? I forget.
Hot dogs or
okay.
bratwursts, something like that.
Okay.
Traditional kind of German sort of thing.
Okay.
But it did not go well. I mean, it did not. I shouldn't say it didn't.
Screw that up.
Exactly. It seems like all you got to do. But I would go in there and I'm like, okay, it's almost ready. It's the day. Like, you leave it in there for 7 days. It's day 7. I got to go see what's happening. It's got mold growing on it. It was like, it was just straight into the garbage disposal.
Oh, no.
So,
what did you do wrong?
I don't really know. I think that probably where I was storing it maybe was not. I mean, it was just in my pantry.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's got to be like just 68 degrees or, 74 degrees is where you got to keep it to make sauerkraut properly.
Yeah.
So anyway, I messed that all up. So it's harder than it looks.
It is, yeah. And God love anybody who can garden and can and make any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm always kind of like, when they're giving it away, I'm like, well, don't make so much if you have to give away 12 tomatoes to every person.
Exactly.
So I don't want any.
I know, but thank you.
I know. And I won't say who it is. But
it's your neighbor.
It's not someone who doesn't live in this state, but I love them. But let's just say I came home from my last vacation with a lot of pickles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did they go straight into the trash?
No. So I put the fresh one in the fridge, and when I did that, there's another jar of pickles sitting there half empty that are also from this person.
Oh, wow.
And I'm
from
like,
4 years ago?
Do I throw the half-eaten one away?
You got to.
Or will the husband figure it out and get mad because it's sentimental?
Listen, I got to tell you, my daughter loves pickles, so if you ever need to offload some pickles, we will gladly accept. She's all about trying, and it's particularly she loves artisanal pickles.
Okay, well, pickles are having a moment.
Which is random. Yes, they are having a moment. In general, they are. I was walking through Sam's Club here locally last week, and there are pickleballs. That's what they call them, because pickleball is a game.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But they're pickled, basically cheese balls. You remember cheese balls that you used to get, whatever? Pickle-flavored, dill-flavored balls.
Okay. Like
pickle
crunchy?
Balls.
Like
crunchy.
a cheese ball?
But it's like a cheese ball, but pickle-flavored.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's pickle-flavored pretzels that I just had the other day. It's everywhere. It is making it's a thing.
We have some pickle-flavored 2 things in our pantry right now that are opposite of each other. Pickle-flavored chips, so just chips. Pickle-flavored jelly beans.
Ooh, and what's that like?
It's not my favorite.
It sounds weird.
It is weird. Remember when we had that jelly bean tasting thing here? It seems like it would have been in one of those.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. I can see eating one of those out of like 30, but having a whole bag of them, I'm like, what is this?
It would work if they could also make a pickled flavor hot dog.
Ooh.
A ketchup flavored jelly bean.
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry. A hot dog flavored jelly bean.
Right. And you can put pickles on it, and you can put...
And then give me a ketchup
flavored
jelly bean, a mustard. Like, let's just have a whole lunch out, like at the grill.
I wonder what that would taste like.
What would that taste
Grill, like a bag of jelly beans, grill all of the ingredients for your grill.
And then you just stick your sauerkraut in your mouth.
Your real moldy sauerkraut that you made. Like, delicious. Cannot wait to try that.
Funny.
I think we need to take a break. We got wrapped up in pickle talk, but we've got several other things still left to discuss. So stay with us. We got more right about now happening right after this break. Welcome back in, everybody. A little right about now, talking about some things that are top in the headlines right about now. One of those, let's get into a couple things here. We got Brandon Blackstock. We want to talk about that.
Yeah.
And then we want to talk about speeding ticket costs as well. Thought that'd be a fun way to pick us up after the Brandon Blackstock sad news, right?
It was sad news. So if you don't know Brandon Blackstock, even at this point, because he's been in the news a lot, that's not a surprise because everywhere that you read, it's Brandon Blackstock, comma, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband.
Yeah.
He's known in the music industry. I think they met because maybe he was representing her or something to do with her team, and they got married back in 2013. And then it had a messy divorce around 2020. I don't know all the ins and outs.
I was going to say, what are the details of that divorce?
What I remember kind of popping out as like headlines and tidbits was a lot of like him taking money from her, basically. Him telling her like she wasn't good enough or pretty enough for certain roles, which, I mean, is that his job though? I don't know.
That's hard though if it's your spouse.
Yes, it was not coming across in these articles as he was doing it as a like professional whatever. It was more like a, nah, you're not as hot as these. Like, it didn't sound good.
Here's the tea.
Yeah.
Most recently came out a few days ago is that his he claimed his soulmate Brittany worked as Kelly Clarkson's production assistant
on the show,
and they actually moved to Montana with him. She moved to Montana with him in 2020.
Okay. Yes.
So yes.
So there was probably
we knew that there was this person. I feel like, but the big reveal was that this person worked with Kelly Clarkson as a production assistant.
Yeah. It was ugly and messy. We know that much.
Yeah.
So anyways, she's a private person and we haven't heard really anything, although there were signs because I think she disappeared from her show a few times.
Right.
And then recently had to put her residency on hold. And did you see those headlines there for a while? We didn't know why.
Yep.
And it was, I think people were starting to,
we talked about it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I think we were all nothing about Brandon.
We didn't. No, we had no idea that he was even ill.
Yeah, exactly. So I am pretty sure last Wednesday is when she commented basically like, "Hey, I got to put this on hold. I'm so sorry, but I need to be there for my kids. Their dad is ill," and that was it. And the next day they announced that he had passed away.
Yeah.
So he had.
It happened so quickly in our eyes because it was like, "Hey, he's ill. Hey, he's passed."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Which good for her for keeping it out of the public.
I don't even know how you do that in this day and age, but they managed to do it.
Yes.
And for people who want to be private, she could write a book on how you do that.
No kidding. Not that I think she has any reason to be talking about him. Like, that doesn't seem like a Kelly Clarkson thing to do. Anyway, so, he passed away. He had a 3-year battle with melanoma.
Yeah.
Which is scary. And I think it's got all of us checking our skin.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about skin cancer and
yes, because this is also happening to Teddy Mellencamp.
Yes,
right now
that's very public.
Yeah,
all of her battles and how. Physically, she looks. You can tell she's going through cancer treatments.
Yeah, exactly. So really sad overall because there are kids involved, not just theirs, but he had 2 others from another marriage as well.
And I think that she is emotional. I think she broke down in tears just before this, like a couple of days before, because she was performing, and it was too much.
Really, like this is on.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
No,
because she definitely broke down. It could have been before his diagnosis, but I think it was due to this current moment.
Okay.
So rough times.
It is
rough times for them. But when this happens, it should make everyone stop and consider, like, am I wearing enough sunscreen? You know, do I?
Yes.
All of those
all
things.
Of the things. And my husband is very light-skinned, and he burns before he tans. And so I told him, I was like, you should probably make an appointment. And I'm dark-skinned, and I still, like, stop and wonder, and I'm getting ready to make an appointment because that kind of thing is not the top of the list for concerns for me. Because I tend to have less issues with that kind of thing. That doesn't mean I'm in the clear. But it's not a doctor I see annually like all the other doctors.
So I have just started this past year. So I've done it once. I went to the dermatologist to check, and this was probably like 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I had to have something burned off.
Okay, yeah.
Like it wasn't it wasn't cancerous or anything like that. But this past year, I started noticing another thing on my face and my forehead. I was like, what is this? So I made an appointment. And then while I was there, they were like, hey, you're getting to be that age where we should probably check in with you regularly. So now I have already made an appointment for next year to go check or whatever. Because I do think that's important, especially for those parts of our skin that are so frequently exposed.
Yeah.
Just check it out.
Yeah.
And
you're an outdoorsy guy.
Yeah. I mean,
So.
the thing with me is that I'm running every day.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, every day, most weeks, some weeks only 6 days a week. That's not a brag. That's just the truth.
Yeah, that's a
But that
lot.
means I'm exposed outside, especially on sunny days like we've had recently this summer. So I'm always like, I got to put on the sport and active, sunscreen or whatever.
Yes, and it's just kind of a rule, overall general rule, because you tend to only go to the doctor when you have a reason.
Yeah.
So it's easy to ignore things where like, oh, my foot doesn't hurt, so I'm not going to the foot doctor, obviously. But
exactly.
Dermatology is one of those things that when you get to a certain age, especially.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, if you have nothing going on, now is the perfect time to go.
Yeah, just check the box.
Because then, if you don't have anything, great. If you do, maybe you caught it early, or maybe now you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
A good reminder.
So, anyways, and then I was going to mention, you were talking about, I think, the obituary. So
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson's not mentioned at all, but they actually do talk about this assistant and call her a beautiful and loving partner in life and business. So I don't know if this is the true story to it, but gosh.
Yeah,
left her out.
It's weird that they left her out, but whatever the family wanted is cool. But the weirdest thing I think is because whenever you read the headlines, it is Kelly Clarkson,
it's the only reason
or it's
we
Brandon
know her.
Blackstock, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband.
Yeah.
Like you can't read just his name because people will be like,
People
who
don't
is
know.
that?
Or it goes further. It's Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband and Reba McEntire's ex-stepson.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. The guy can't be defined as just his own individual presence. He's got to be latched onto the stars that he helped make them famous.
Or something, yes.
Something. Yeah.
Okay, so more happy topics
well,
to move on to?
I don't know if it's happy for some people. Let's do speeding tickets.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's favorite,
Less
right?
of a downer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's this article that came out on visualcapitalist.com, which is one of my favorite websites because it helps you kind of visualize statistics, which I've always been a fan of. So this is about speeding ticket costs by state.
Okay.
Okay. So and here it is right here. I mean, the chart shows Arkansas. Just guess how much the average speeding ticket costs.
$90.
Hang on. Let me look at more in depth.
Okay.
So this is for 10 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Okay. I already looked. Sorry. Hee-haw.
Well, you were wrong.
I was wrong. I was way off.
You were like $100 off.
Wow. Why is Arkansas so expensive?
$192.
Oh my gosh. Why?
Now listen, when you compare it with some states, that seems like a lot. Some of our bordering states, right?
Yeah.
Missouri is only $93. That's $100 less than Arkansas.
I wonder.
Louisiana, $153, so it's about $40 less. Oklahoma, $151, so that's about $40 less. Mississippi is on par, right? So they're $186. Tennessee, again, back down in that $150 range. Look at Texas, though. It's $223. That's very expensive.
Dang. Nothing beats California, though.
$234 over in California. So they've got Texas
Do they? Okay.
by $11, I guess.
Do they put in here the calculation for why, like, where do they get these numbers from? Like, what causes them to price a ticket at a certain?
I'm
wonder.
looking.
Okay.
Speeding costs vary significantly, it says.
And I know we've talked about this because we talked about our first tickets in the past.
Yes, we have. Okay, so California is the most expensive, number 1. Number 2 is Arizona. Number 3 is Nevada. Number 4 is Texas. Number 5 is Florida. Number 6 is North Carolina. And then coming in at number 7 in the whole country is Arkansas at $192.
Jeez.
Higher speeds face higher ticket costs,
Okay,
obviously.
makes
That makes
sense,
a lot of sense. But to answer your question, I don't think they put that clarifier or modifier in here.
But I think these are the these are the minimums.
Yeah, this is the minimum.
This is where it starts.
This is like for 10 miles an hour over. This is the minimum,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you can only imagine. So, I mean, I think that is another. Okay, so we've had reminders about protecting yourself from melanoma.
Yep.
Now we've got reminders about don't get caught, especially don't get caught in that speed trap.
Yep.
Um,
We are just here to keep you safe and
keep you safe. That's right. I know it sounds like we're a bummer of a show, but
No, okay, we need a happy topic.
okay, let's find something. What do you got over there?
Oh my gosh, no, that's sad. Let's see, Brad Pitt got burglarized. Nope,
No,
that's
no,
sad.
no.
Also
How about
sad.
Wallet Hub's list of the most pet-friendly cities in the U.S. is out.
Okay.
I mean, this
has to do with veterinary care and walkability.
yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm pulling up the link, and it won't pull up for me. So,
okay, let's talk about where did I see this? The ketchup smoothies that are happening at Smoothie King.
okay,
How gross does that sound?
it sounds awful.
Have you
Where
read this
are we?
yet?
Yes.
Okay, I've got this article here,
Uh-huh.
and this is what it consists of. We've talked about this too, where these collaborations happen, and it's more for the PR than anything.
Yes, we talk about collabs all the time, or collabs, as people like to pronounce that.
collabs.
Yes.
So it's acai sorbet, strawberries, raspberries, apple juice, and then Heinz Simply ketchup. I gotta think they're putting like a teaspoon of ketchup
Can't
in
be
there.
a whole lot in there, although it's got a big Heinz label on this. But yeah, I mean, ketchup is a bit of it's a potent flavor.
It is potent. I would try it, but I'm like, this is just for the shock value.
Listen, I like acai. I think that tastes
Yeah.
great. I can't imagine it with a tomato in
Ugh.
there too. I mean, tomato is a fruit, so give me,
Is that a fact?
we'll get our fact checkers on that right now. We really want to know. But yeah, okay. So they did a collab. This
Yeah.
is-
So it's I think it's a limited time. I know it's limited
and it's
time,
at
but
Smoothie King. Is
it's
that
at
right?
Smoothie King, which I'm a fan of, but
Yeah.
yeah,
We got a few great Smoothie Kings here locally.
yeah.
Interesting. We're just talking about pickles, and I'm reading on this. It says tomatoes in particular are having a moment, not only as the base for sauces or in salads, but also as a versatile, umami-forward flavor that brings structure and acidity to a glass. So with Smoothie King and Heinz's new collaboration, what started with ideas like tomato water martinis is now expanding into fully blended
Ew.
drinks with layered, unexpected flavor profiles. I want to go back to tomato water martini.
Yeah.
What?
Blah.
Doesn't sound good at all.
What is that?
I don't know.
Well, no, okay, wait. There are Bloody Marys.
Yeah, sure.
So
And your martini has what? Olives in it, if it's a dirty martini or whatever
yeah,
that thing
it's
is.
basically just a
So you add some more veggies
yeah.
or fruit
I hate
to your
Bloody
drink.
Marys. I think they're so gross.
Can you give me a high five over the
So
top of this thing?
gross.
I think they're pretty gross too.
They're so gross. They're,
Jill always gets them. People go out to brunch, and I'm like, how? What?
yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
I don't want that
same.
invading my breakfast or my brunch.
Why? This is gross. Although I find it very interesting. Usually it's like on vacation or something. You'll find those spots that do like an entire brunch piled on top, like on a
Yes.
skewer. Those are interesting to look at. I'll give them that.
Cool to look at. Great.
Cool to look at.
But I'm like, you ordered it and you paid
ew.
how much? You're going to eat
Yeah,
that?
That's gross.
Yeah. I don't like those either.
Okay.
I thought I was the only one. Everybody's
No.
always like, I can't wait to get a Bloody Mary. We go out for
No.
this brunch. And I'm like,
No.
maybe a mimosa,
Yeah.
but
It's typically the Thanksgiving morning drink at our house. Yeah. not
Sounds
for
gross.
me. Yeah, it does.
as does this new collaboration. But I would give it a shot. You know, with most things, I'm like, you know what? I would give it a moment. Let's
Yeah.
just have it. See what's up.
I would give it a moment and then I would judge you.
Yeah,
people who are
judge everybody
drinking
else who's
it.
very into it.
Yeah.
Because that's gross.
Did you see this Charlie Sheen documentary?
Okay, I was going to ask you about that because I think you brought that to my attention. What? It's about his life?
It is so. Okay, do you remember way back when? Gosh, I don't know when 2.5 Men debuted, but he was fired in 2011. But prior to that, he was like the highest paid actor on TV.
Was he?
He was on top of his game, and then he got fired. And it seems like I remember some specific incident happening that got it. I mean, it
mean,
would have had to have been.
Yeah, that doesn't
But
surprise me at all.
I-
Let me see
I
if I can
c-
bring the trailer up right here.
Yeah, I want to say something on set, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
But
Tiger's blood? Do you remember that
because-
whole thing? He made that video that went viral. before there were viral videos.
Oh no.
Anyway, talking about how he drinks tiger blood.
Ew.
A lot of just images of him smoking in this.
Didn't Ashton Kutcher take his place on 2.5 Men when he got fired?
Yeah, I think there was something like that.
Something like that.
Because John Cryer stayed on.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he got fired. And I remember there was a whole like phase in life when Charlie Sheen was whatever, and he was with Denise Richards. So this new documentary is going to be talking about, it'll start with his struggles from the time he got fired in 2011 and then his journey to sobriety, which should be really interesting because
Is he sober now?
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be premiering September 10th. And so he's going to be part of this documentary.
Yeah, he's very much featured in this trailer that I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to be hearing it from his point of view. They're going to have interviews with family, including Denise Richards, John Cryer, Sean Penn, and others. I wonder if the little kid's going to be on there because that would be interesting to hear what it was like for him to be on set at such a young age with such a train wreck. But I will definitely be watching this because I don't know. I sort of kind of hope Charlie Sheen has a comeback of his own, a healthy one.
A healthy one? Yeah. Heidi Fleiss. Okay, was he married to her? I'm seeing a lot of clips of Heidi Fleiss, and I don't remember their. She's definitely. He had a lot of women
of the night that he was involved in. But I don't know if she was like the main one or something.
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Okay, Google.
Our audience is dying to know.
I know, right? Yeah, so Charlie Sheen. And then while you're doing that, I'll mention, if you are not keeping up, Denise Richards has been in the news a lot herself lately. So she was briefly a Real Housewife of either Orange County or Beverly Hills, left the show. But the guy, Aaron Pfeiffer's, that she was married to on the show, they're now in the middle of a divorce, and she's making all these claims about, I think, domestic abuse. And there's pictures surfacing of her with these marks, and it's getting really, really messy. So she's now been in the news. And on top of that, she and one of her daughters both have a side hustle that has been questioned.
Pickles?
Not pickles.
Okay. Okay.
Different from pickles.
Okay. 2 tidbits that I just learned that I had no idea. One, Charlie Sheen has HIV.
I think I knew that. I think that was public a while.
I'm sure it's public. I just was like, went over my head. So he has HIV. And that's powerful. But also, Heidi Fleiss and Charlie Sheen were never married.
They were just.
Well, Heidi Fleiss did mention that she would marry Charlie Sheen despite his HIV status. That was a hypothetical statement apparently made to Entertainment Tonight. They were not romantically involved, and there are no records of them ever being married, according to reports. Sheen was, however, married to Donna Peel, Denise Richards, and Brooke Mueller.
He was married. Okay.
Yes.
I think you said she.
No,
yes.
he was. Sheen was.
Okay. Brooke Mueller
I
was.
said Sheen, and
you said Sheen.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Brooke Mueller's the one I remember. She was right after Denise, and they were together for quite some time. And I remember that one going south too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they all did. But
right.
So anyway, September 10th, that's going to be out on Netflix.
Oh my gosh, wild.
I love these kinds of documentaries, like the Pee Wee Herman one.
Yes.
That, you know, like especially when they're involved in talking about the things that we lived through.
Yes.
And as you've been a journalist
Yeah.
forever too, so we were on the radio just like this talking about, oh, Charlie Sheen last night got arrested. So it's cool to go see all those things that we talked
And
about.
they've kind of come full circle in a way.
Yeah, and see like what really happened behind the scenes, or, you know, just stuff that we were talking about way back then, gossiping about, and what was, you know, you only see what they want you to see, what the tabloids tell you.
We were just having this conversation about what earlier in the show? Jason Momoa, right?
Yeah.
He only, you know, your public facing thing, right?
Yeah.
And you have all this other side of you, and it all tends to come out later because our public is obsessed with knowing everything about you, which has its good things and its bad.
Yeah.
So
Yes, it does. And I don't do much reading, as you know, but I did read or listen to Jessica Simpson's memoir from years ago when she released it. That was another great example because there were a lot of things in there, including the Nick Lachey era, that you only knew what's right here on our computers, and we're like, oh my gosh, this, that, and that. Then you find out what was really happening.
Yeah.
So eye-opening, and, you know, it humanizes them. Like
which
you
I
said.
think, let's take a quick break. We have a little bit of time when we come back to kind of wrap this one up. I got one thing I definitely want to share with you about a book that I read.
Oh,
We
okay.
keep talking about my reading, so I definitely want to share something with you.
Oh, okay.
Stick around. We'll have that for you when we come back. Before we went to break, I said that I would reveal something which isn't salacious or anything. It's just a book that I just finished reading that I found fascinating.
Okay.
It's about a serial killer, Ted Bundy.
Oh, yeah.
So here's some things I learned. First of all, it was the first book that has ever been released that was written by one of his family members.
Okay.
So we got a whole other perspective, right?
Okay.
Because obviously he's a murderer, he's a serial killer, bad.
Yeah.
But also, I never really thought about how his choices affected his family.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
I guess, yeah, they would have definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that blew my mind was that this family member was a cousin, right? And they summered together, Ted and his cousin Edna. And Edna, her dad was a concert pianist and he traveled all over the world. But he ended up, when she was in, I think, the 10th grade, moved to Fayetteville. He became a professor at the University of Arkansas.
What?
She graduated from FHS. She went to at least 2 years of college here at the U of A, and Ted Bundy came to Fayetteville to visit her. Right?
Oh my gosh. Wait, where's he from?
Yeah.
Or where are
Well,
they from?
originally from like Pennsylvania, I think, but he lived and they bought a house in Seattle area of
And
the Pacific Northwest.
This cousin just ended up in Fayetteville?
Ended up here because her father landed the job as something in the music department at the University of Arkansas.
Wow.
After touring the world, I mean, he played as a concert pianist in concert halls all over Europe and
Yeah.
South America and whatever. So he was a very creative guy.
Yeah.
And anyway,
Wow.
so that blew my mind.
Crazy.
Yes.
So close to home.
I know. And that immediately made me go watch documentaries about Ted Bundy. So I have been on the
Yes.
Ted Bundy.
Makes you do a deep dive.
It makes you do a deep dive.
Yeah.
And I think it wouldn't have had I not found out that there was kind of a local tie. And I was like, ooh, tell me more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's in the book that she wrote, there's photos of her in Fayetteville. And she talks very fondly of this being like kind of
Wow.
a gym and an eclectic place. And I was like, man, you were here, I don't know, 40 years ago. And it still kind of has that same vibe.
Crazy.
She loved to go on a ride through the Ozark Hills in the car.
Is this a new book?
It's a book that was just released. It's called Dark Tide. And then it has some kind of subtitle.
This did you guys talk about this on Good Day? It seems like the kind
It's a
of
book, yeah. It's a book that the
thing-
Fayetteville Public Library loaned us, and then
Okay.
we read, and we kind of did a book recommendation on the show,
I
right?
feel like that should get even more press.
Man, I don't know, and I think that they should reach out to Edna and have her come do a lecture or
Yeah.
something. I don't know how
Yes.
public she wants to be because obviously she's kept this in this whole time, and
Yeah.
now that she's in her 70s, she's like, you know what, I might as well tell people what's up. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a local tie.
Yes.
So-
Wow, that's fascinating.
Mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we talked about a lot of depressing stuff today. You got anything to lift us up before we go?
Not really, except for I finished 2 shows.
All
Finally.
right.
Ted Lasso. I'm
Hey,
so behind.
Are you so glad you did?
I loved it. It feels
Yeah.
like it should end, though.
I know. I'm curious as to what they're going to do with another season. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's going to be set in Kansas City. Did you know that?
Are you sure about
Yeah,
that? That's
yeah.
not the feeling I got.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It is
Tell me more.
women's soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's over there, though.
Well, at least he's doing some stuff in Kansas City. I know they've been spotted wearing Kansas City Current,
Oh.
which is
oh.
the Kansas City team.
Oh, he's been spotted.
Oh yeah, he's been spotted filming in KC.
Oh.
He was actually going into a store that my whole family loves to go into to pick out sports memorabilia. And like Juno Temple, right? The girl,
yes.
and
yes.
Hannah Waddingham, also wearing like I love Kansas City, because you know if you go to Kansas City, you got to wear some. They love sporting
Yeah.
their own gear.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. What do you want to bet that we're going to see either Kelsey Brothers,
Right.
Taylor, the Chiefs, somehow they're going to be working their way into.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
he was just in Happy Gilmore too. What other show did you finish?
And then I finished White Lotus.
Oh, I've seen them all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes.
That was, I just want to say, this is not going to
All
spoil
3
anything.
seasons or
All
first season?
3
Okay,
seasons.
okay.
But first of all, okay. really, really good. But the blender, really, we saw that coming.
Oh, yeah. The blender in the third one with Jason Isaacs and that family.
Yes.
Yes,
like,
I know. Totally saw
really?
that coming.
Yeah,
I was
like,
like,
okay.
don't leave
Don't
it
leave
there.
it.
Don't leave it.
Yes. It's like, okay, well,
Rinse it out.
I get your setting up, but that, like, you could have done that a little bit more strategically.
I know. But he was all hopped up on meds at that point, right? Wasn't he taking his wife's drugs?
That's a good point, yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, oh,
yes.
You saw this coming.
Do you watch, have you heard of, do I have time?
Yeah,
okay.
Quick.
Do you have you watched anything in X-Ray? I think it's only on my phone and the app, but you can watch something on X-Ray. So as you're watching it, underneath every person in the scene, it'll pull them up and you can click and see who they are, what they've been in.
That is stuff that I do on my phone anyway while I'm watching.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to, is it an app?
It's called, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
It comes up on its own.
I got to download it or get it or
yeah,
whatever.
it's cool. It's cool.
All right, I'll have my review of X-Ray when we come back next week. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Jason Suel, Marci Michaels, and as we always say, you can't be right about everything, but you can be right about now. We'll see you next week.